Hi everyone, and welcome to today's webinar called Enhancing Shopping Experiences with Connected Customer Service. I'm Alicia Esposito, Content Strategist for Retail Touchpoints, and I'll be moderating today's presentation. Today, you'll learn how breaking down data silos and empowering employees with shopper insights can lead to more relevant, personalized, and profitable customer service experiences. For today's presentation, we're using the On24 platform. Right now, you should be viewing the On24 dashboard, which shows the live viewing screen. Using the widget on the right-hand side of the screen, and by clicking Questions, you can submit one or a few questions for our presenters as they come to mind. Right below the Questions tab, you also will be able to download a few resources recommended by our speakers, as well as today's slide deck. Finally, you can tweet from directly within the console and track all Twitter chatter being generated through our event hashtag. Speaking of which, we encourage you to share your thoughts and perspectives on today's webinar using the OmniCX hashtag. If you have direct questions or feedback, you can also tag us using our Twitter handles, which are displayed on this slide. And for those of you who may be new to Retail Touchpoints, here's a quick overview. We're an all-digital media company publishing a weekly email-only newsletter, daily news, special reports, and multimedia presentations. If you haven't done so already, see what our thousands of subscribers are buzzing about and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. We welcome input, feedback, and even story ideas through phone and email, and of course, social media. Our entire team is present and active on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Our website is www.retailtouchpoints.com. And just a quick note to attendees that today's presentation is slated for about 40 minutes or so, with time for live questions following the actual presentation. But again, we encourage you to ask those questions as they come to mind so we can have a lively discussion during the Q&A segment. And now a little bit more about our speakers today, and then we'll get started with the conversation. Our first speaker today is Maria Humphrey, who is Retail Product Marketing Director at Salesforce. Maria has a deep-seated passion for technology and innovation and has a thorough understanding of the retail industry. She brings more than 20 years of experience in the technology field. In her role at Salesforce, she is known as a thought leader who is passionate about helping retailers transform their business from product to consumer-driven retailing. Our second speaker is Anita Constantino, who is Senior Manager at Acumen Solutions. She is responsible for growing the business with a focus on the retail CPG industry. Prior to joining Acumen, she worked for Gap Inc. She has more than 20 years of omnichannel retail experience with the retailer and was one of the main individuals responsible for building Banana Republic's women business and brand. Anita also managed and launched Gap's PiperLime.com. And now, without any further introduction, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Maria. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you. I am part of our retail industry team at Salesforce, and I have the pleasure of meeting with our valued retail customers and partners and helping to share the value of Salesforce as a transformation partner as retailers embark on creating engaging customer experiences. The rules of PAL and shopper engagement have changed. The shopper is now in control, and you as retailers know this. You need to think and act differently. You have to connect better with shoppers, your associates, and your internal systems to meet the needs of today's empowered shopper. We see three key imperatives. It's about personalization everywhere to engage shoppers in this new me-to-be world. It's about supercharging your employees and associates so that they can transform the in-store experience and become brand ambassadors. And finally, it's about devising a competency around agile innovation so that you as retailers can innovate at the speed of the shopper and integrate with ever-changing ecosystem of shopping tools. At Salesforce, we call our system of engagement the Shopper Success Platform, because in this new world of the shopper, it's all about ensuring satisfaction across a holistic, integrated shopping experience. It's about bringing together all of the touch points. The Shopper Success Platform is comprised of 4 solution sets. Connected Stores is about supercharging your associates and empowering them with tools to surprise and delight your shoppers, whether it's through improved product knowledge or providing that single customer view at their fingertips. Connected Shoppers is about driving engagement and loyalty through personalized and smart, predictive shopper journeys that are powered by email, mobile, and social tools. It's about connected service, listening and responding to shoppers anytime through their communication channel of choice. And finally, it's about agility and innovation, enabling your retail teams to innovate at the speed of the shopper, to deliver shopper and employee apps that integrate within your whole retail ecosystem. And so today we're going to be focused on providing connected service, supporting your shopper anytime across any channel. We'll be taking a deep dive with Acumen and their connected service solution as we look at integrated care, delivering that personalized service across any channel, but doing it with a single view of their customer across a single engagement layer that's integrated into your holistic retail ecosystem.
Thank you, Maria. I'm Anita Constantino, and I'm the Global Retail Lead for Acumen Solutions. Leading omnichannel retailers create a 360-degree customer view by connecting retail systems, examining customer insights, and personalizing brand engagement. By transforming brand awareness into personalized engagement, retailers remain competitive by providing seamless and effortless customer service. Loyalty and enhanced customer experience is the fastest way to increase sales, conversion, and average order size. It connects brick-and-mortar and click-and-mortar systems and tracks customer behavior across all channels so that every touch point is based on customer intelligence. Enhanced mobile commerce and social-driven initiatives keep retailers relevant and connected to their customers everywhere they are. And so customer behavior has evolved. Never before is the voice of the customer more important to drive optimum insights for key decision-making around sales, service, and marketing. With the advancement of Internet of Things driving new innovations, connected products and devices provide key information that can further drive customer insights. And finally, advanced BI and analytics are integral in driving smart executive decisions, integrating and mastering data across store, web, and mobile channels. This places the retailer ahead of the game in this competitive market where Google and Amazon are raising the bar for the optimum customer experience. In fact, retailers that score highest in customer service achieve the highest ratings in Customer Experience Index, which Forrester measures as enjoyable to do business with, provides seamless interactions across channels, and effectively meets the needs of their customers. As a result, they also tend to be the highest revenue performers, outperforming the market by considerable margin. This means that retail customer experience leaders in the industry are leading the way for global and national retailers to make effortless customer service a leading priority to fuel growth and revenue. While a positive customer experience can boost business, a negative or neutral experience can be catastrophic. 92% of customers form an opinion about a company's image through their interaction with the contact center. 80% of companies believe they deliver a good customer experience, while only 20% of customers agree. 73% of the millennial generation will leave after one bad experience, but 85% will tell others about that poor experience. Now let us show you how you can become a leading customer service, customer-centric enterprise. Connected customer service allows retailers to have information-rich customer interactions without having to replace all of their underlying systems. How does it work? Using real-time bidirectional integration, this solution allows your CRM to be an interactive layer on top of legacy systems such as POS, e-commerce, order management, and others that track customers only as orders. This provides a robust, customer-centric, multi-channel interaction management solution. It delivers a single agent optimized console across all channels that supports email, web, phone, and chat, providing exceptional experience while reducing time spent on phone and chat by up to 25%. So imagine a robust service console that fuse customer-rich interactions, transforming contact centers into customer-centric organizations. In addition to increasing agent productivity, the connected customer solution allows agents to offer personalized recommendations based on order history and customer preferences. This new revenue channel enhances a customer's overall experience, increases loyalty, and produces significant revenue in just months. In addition, key analytics capture key metrics that continually increases this performance over time. So what do we deliver? The key business objectives are to provide even better customer experience and a consolidated, comprehensive view and management of customer record while doing no harm to existing legacy systems. We implemented a solution that drove speed to implementation within 8 months, providing a 360-degree view of the customer using Salesforce Connect to integrate key legacy data. We automated swivel chair processes using CTI integration, implementing web and email to case for omnichannel communication, providing a clean, robust UI that delivered live agent chat and increased operational efficiency by 25%. The key business impact metrics that were achieved for service effectiveness was an increase in employee productivity, a decrease in time spent on manual tasks, and an increase on first call resolution. We improved customer experience by increasing customer satisfaction and brand loyalty and reducing customer attrition. Today's business intelligence has moved to real-time business analytics, allowing retailers to make decisions and changes based on integrated omnichannel data. Using Salesforce Analytics, we can provide the key data needed to measure key metrics across connected customer service to drive intelligent decisions real time. For example, a dashboard that displays key KPI performance measures, number of cases received over time, cases by customer topic, cases by channel, whether that be by phone, social, chat, or email, and case resolution time to close, measuring key agent resolution productivity. In a more detailed view, these key metrics can be tracked by hour of the day or week, volume of cases coming in by type of product, and detailed stages of case resolution measuring time-driven agent efficiency. You can even drill down into trending case details to uncover for a particular category key trends that are issues that are impacting your customers. And you can send that critical information back to your organization to maintain optimum product and customer experience. These real-time analytics and insights enable key decisions that are based on rich data that enable the continued success of the connected customer solution over time. Thank you so much for joining us today. For more information about this connected customer service and Acumen Solutions, please contact Anita Constantino at aconstantino@acumensolutions.com or visit the Connected Customer Service link as shown here. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anita and Maria, for the great presentation and for the great walkthrough. With that, we do want to get started with the Q&A segment now. So just a friendly reminder to submit those questions as they come to mind. We want to make sure it's a lively discussion and that all of your follow-up questions are answered. But to kick things off, Anita, I had a quick question for you. what typically, obviously you work with a variety of different retailers that sell different kinds of products, different sizes. What usually compels an organization to create this 360 degree of the customer? What's typically their mindset? What challenges are they facing? And what eventually leads them to get buy-in and make that investment?
The enhanced 360-degree view of the customer enables retailers and organizations to transform their digital touchpoints with the customer into sources of invaluable information on evolving customer needs and with sentiment. It converts this information in contextually relevant insights, and that lets retailers and organizations deliver personalized service to its customers, which is directly impacting sales, revenue, and increased average order size. In fact, there's a Consumer 2020 report that just came out that stated by 2020, customer experience will overtake price and product as the key brand differentiator. So in order to achieve that customer experience goal in an omni-channel world, a 360-degree view of customer data is absolutely critical to achieving that goal.
Great. Thanks so much. So, as a follow-up to that, what changes need to be made internally, from an infrastructure standpoint or a technology standpoint, to be able to support this 360-degree view? Because I feel like when we talk about omni-channel and creating that seamless view of the customer, I feel like there are still a lot of retailers, despite the education out there, that thinks it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of time and a lot of money, so that kind of scares them off at first. But, from your perspective, how many changes need to be made to that infrastructure and those current systems to support this vision?
It's a good point. I think the two leading issues retailers are facing is the ability to connect data in their legacy systems, and that's why the solution is so important. You really don't need to, change or take out your key legacy systems in order to get this kind of data connectivity for the 360-degree view of the customer within your CRM. Using Salesforce Connect, legacy systems don't need to be changed or replaced, but rather the data will be integrated using a common data hierarchy and attribution, which delivers better data governance and accuracy.
Got it. That's very good to know. And you start to make the case for the end result or the possibilities, when retailers have a 360-degree view of the customer, their behaviors and experiences. But from an interaction standpoint, why is that so important to get a feel for, the customer journey, what they're interacting with and what they're engaging with? How does that impact the service experience or, how the retailer can, drive those conversations and make it a better experience for customers?
It's true. I think the most important component in a 360-degree view of the customer is their customer experience. And that's why connected customer service is so important. Customers are engaging your brand across multiple channels today, whether it be web, mobile, store, or call center. And regardless of how they start the conversation with you, they expect the history and context to carry forward into future interactions. And that's a tall order to fulfill for most retailers that have different teams and systems for each channel. So by using this, effortless customer service and this data integration using Salesforce, you can integrate the view of customers across all channels so that retailers can not only track all customers' interaction, but then they can facilitate robust and meaningful conversations that increase loyalty, brand awareness, sales, and conversion.
No, that's a great point, Anita, and I think that's something that's becoming increasingly challenging. We've been hearing so much about customer loyalty and how as consumers get more empowered and, tech savvy, that acquiring that loyalty is becoming increasingly difficult. So I think kind of showing the value of, seeing the full customer journey and, how they use different channels and how they get from researching to product comparison and, how retailers can kind of take charge. It really does make such a significant impact. And, that kind of leads us to a follow-up question from one of our attendees around the idea of kind of taking this data and putting it into action, so to speak. And you kind of touched on the different data points that you can get, from the back end, and how that can drive decision making and help retailers make better decisions. But I'm wondering if you can kind of expand on that a little bit. How do you see people using this data to do things differently or make improvements and just create a better customer experience? Where do you see data being used the most?
Sure. I think BI and analytics is an extremely important component for retailers today because it provides a feedback loop on the data that you're collecting. We talked about all that great, customer experience and 360-degree view of the customer. But in order to get a feedback loop to engage an executive and smart customer decisions, you need to be able to preview that in sort of an analytics dashboard. So Salesforce Analytics, utilizing that data, retailers can do things like increase their operational efficiency, gain new customer insights to increase their loyalty programs, enhance their ROI and promotions and campaigns, test new product categories or extension or expand into new markets based on that customer feedback, and increase customer lifetime value by using those key insights and analytics, increasing customer attention and average order size. It costs 6 or 7 times more to attract a new customer than it is to retain an existing one through, exceptional customer service. And then finally, you can align your performance and customer insights with your corporate strategy and smart growth objectives, increasing revenue and profit back to your shareholders with those kind of analytics.
Yeah, so those are some really great examples, Anita. And I find you kind of touched on, product development or product improvement, which I think is a really interesting point. And, we've heard a lot about, using customer insight to improve service or, improve resolution times and, where to focus our attention in terms of channels. But that product development piece or product improvement piece is something we haven't heard a lot about, in terms of retailers actually leveraging it. So I think it's definitely a value proposition and definitely something that hopefully we'll be seeing more examples of in the future. So thanks for calling that out. So with that, I think we're just about out of time today. If you had a question that did not get answered during the Q&A segment, or if you had a follow-up question based on some of the insights from Maria and some of what Anita shared during the Q&A, definitely reach out to us on Twitter or reach out to us through our website. We have an info email address on there as well, so you can get in touch with us, and then that way we can make a connection between you and our speakers today. So with that, I want to thank Anita and Maria for taking the time out to join us today and for the great presentation and showing us how that 360-degree view really impacts the customer experience and, of course, retailers' results in their overall success. Thanks again to all of our attendees for taking the time out to join us today. We hope you enjoyed some of the content and takeaways, and of course, we encourage you to share the presentation with your peers. And also be on the lookout. We're going to be doing a follow-up brief on this presentation and include some unique insights and data as well. So be on the lookout for that. It should be released within the next few weeks. And like I said, if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to reach out to us via email or social media. Thanks everyone so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.